get into a spoiler version. Hey, we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Let's restart that.
Okay. Spoiler edition. So, you go, because you said you have a lot to talk about.
There's a lot I want to talk about.
Start off from the beginning.
From the beginning, that bugged me. Of the movie or the thing that bugged me the most?
Everything, whatever.
I don't like that at the end. I know I'm literally skipping to the most spoilery part.
Well, it's a spoiler version.
Okay. When they're doing all the tech stuff, literally Shredder is a samurai. Why is he able to fully function and use this advanced protocol for sending out toxin throughout the whole city? He's a samurai. Why is he able to do this?
Well, Donatello made a point saying, like, this is 15-year-old technology.
But so that's not what Shredder has dedicated his life to.
Technology was a lot different than what it is now.
That's not what Shredder dedicated his life to, though.
What was his life dedicated to?
Being a ninja, being a samurai.
And he eventually wanted to take over New York.
Right.
With his Foot Clan and guns.
Yes. And it wasn't by being a tech guy. He wasn't going to be like, and I'll just own Microsoft and that'll be a fleeting useless point because Microsoft's falling apart.
He wasn't a tech guy.
Yeah, but apparently in a giant mech suit, he's just sitting there, just totally knows what settings to put the gas at.
It looks like he's just pushing one button, honestly.
That's what it looks like he's doing, and then turning one dial on the left. I like that. Put that right up in the camera. It's like, I have weird hands.
This isn't a V8.
Vroom, vroom.
So, okay.
That irked me so bad.
Really?
So bad.
Really?
So bad. Why does he know how to do... Why does he know how to do this?
Here, because you're going crazy. I'll lean into your shot, because you're just going crazy over there.
It irked me so bad.
Anything else?
Oh, lots of other stuff.
Well, go.
I didn't like that Splinter didn't fit in. He didn't look like he was part of the movie.
Okay, Splinter... Okay, why does Splinter look so old?
Because he's older than them by a lot. I mean,
how? It doesn't...
For one, rats do have a shorter lifespan than turtles, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you putting my arm rest down? Is that what you're
going to
lean
on you? Yeah.
Okay. Lean on me. I like that you're facing me and just getting into this. Alright, so obviously mammals live longer, shorter than turtles. Rats have a shorter lifespan than turtles.
So he's just aging a lot.
And the thing is, he was already a full-grown rat when he was in the lab, and they were baby turtles.
Yeah, I guess.
So, I mean, he was already full-grown, right? So, and then he has a shorter lifespan either way, so, I mean...
What did you think of when Splinter first faced off with...
Okay, the big thing I really didn't like, so quick into the movie, Shredder is already in a big fight scene. That was the most exciting fight scene of the movie, and it happens right away. And okay, in the original one, Splinter is the one that whooped Shredder's butt. Mm-hmm. It was really awkward though because he was a Muppet, the way he did it. But they literally put that in there so early. But the weird thing is, Splinter also had superhuman strength as much as a mech, and he's an elderly rat. He was able to kick. He did more. Was doing better. There's another thing. Another thing bugging me. So much bugging me.
Okay, you have to remember that the same thing that the turtles...
I'm sorry I'm talking so fast.
The same thing that the turtles have in them is the same thing that...
Why are they bulletproof?
Is the same thing that Splinter has in him.
Is he bulletproof?
Probably not, because he's squishy.
Yeah, but he's got the same thing in him they have in them.
Yeah, but I guess the turtle's kind of squishy.
Where?
They're like limbs.
He's just like...
right here.
They squishy.
Turtles are squishy here.
In the pores.
Well, okay. So I think that they're trying to make them out to be really strong, the turtles.
Which for me sets it up that I think that means that they have to introduce something strong in the next one. Do you remember Bebop and Rocksteady?
You want them to be?
I think if they gonna represent the turtles as this strong, and that literally the Foot Clan, the only thing they have going for them is guns, and the turtles are bulletproof, that eliminates the Foot Clan to the point where they're not even able to beat them up.
The only thing that, maybe for the sequel, or for the trilogy, or whatever you want to call it...
I have no idea how many they're gonna be.
It'll probably be a trilogy. Michael Bay has his fingers dipped in this.
Well, how many Transformer movies has he done?
Well, he's on his second trilogy.
Yeah.
Is if the Shredder gets his hands on the
ooze.
On the ooze.
That's what I call it, guys. I don't take it.
Is if he gets his hand on the ooze,
and he somehow finds a rhino.
A rhino, and which one is Rocksteady?
The other was like a giant. There was a warthog and a rhino.
Okay, if he finds his hands on a warthog and a rhino,
warthog would be a lot easier.
And himself. If he becomes
Super
like,
Shredder?
Super Shredder.
Super Shredder, no, the thing is, when Shredder took it in the second one, he had like a Hulk syndrome, and he just got stupid. He's like,
Well, what if he doesn't get stupid?
cool.
Because you said, okay, so Shredder was whooping the turtles.
Yeah, he was.
The only
only thing that beat them, and it bugged me, was a game.
Yeah,
A game they played, that bugged me, and what really bugged me, the great leader didn't think of it. The stupid guy, my favorite, thought of it.
was like, hey, let's play bucket. Wait, what was it called?
Bucket bop? Something weird
Bucket
like that.
jump.
Let's play hopscotch.
Essentially, let's play leapfrog.
Yeah, so it's like, let's play leapfrog. The dumb guy thought of it, and then literally Leo took the credit, and Raph was like, yeah, Leo's our great leader.
Mm-hmm.
Leo didn't think of it.
I wish, the best fight in the movie was with Splinter and Shredder.
And it was so early on in the movie.
I wish that.
And then Splinter was no consequence after that.
I wish the final fight was bit better than it was. Like,
It was, yeah.
so essentially what it was the turtles leapfrogged, hit Shredder off, and then Shredder came back on, and then this tower fell, and then April O'Neil kicked him in the face,
Yeah.
and he fell.
And then, obviously, the classic Carrie moment, his hand wiggles at the end.
Yeah, he's alive. Carrie?
Well, Carrie, because when she dies, she brings her hand out, right? Like, that was, like, the most, like, iconic moment where a hand comes out, right?
In Carrie?
Carrie!
Okay.
Did you ever watch Carrie?
Yeah, I did. I was really young. I don't remember that.
This is every movie we mentioned. I was really young.
I don't get my... Okay, so yeah. Well, it's not that a secret that he's alive. Like, I didn't think he was going to die.
Yeah.
Because he had the mutanogen, or the ooze, and he looked at it, it's like, and put his hand on it.
Yeah.
Because it was broken and gone.
How do they fit through those manholes?
The turtles?
Yeah.
They're giant manholes. They're turtle holes.
Manholes don't look so big when you see the Foot Clan go through them. Because you see the guys do this. They're like getting their arms in so they can fit under it. And then this giant... Like, this turtle's big round. It's like Brock Lesnar big. But rounder. And they're just like... Bloop.
It's like Brock Lesnar with a turtle shell.
Yeah, put a turtle shell on Brock Lesnar. And they jump down a hole that these regular-sized men have to, like, wiggle, like, stick their arms up to be smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can somehow, like, just... Bloop, go through them.
Oh yeah, what else irked you?
I think my score almost should have been lower with how much it's irking me, eh?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. I know that some of the stuff was just thrown out, like...
Okay,
the book.
Okay,
the book.
Sure.
They literally learned their entire martial arts because Splinter found a book on the ground, and all of a sudden, looking at pictures, he learned the fleeting motions of all of these grand weapons, and he taught them to his toddlers, and they became this ultimate fighting force.
We'd have to assume that they're
guardians
from the age of 5. Okay, how old do you think they're? 16, 17?
Well, judging by how old Megan Fox's character, I'm guessing, is, they're probably... Yeah. Because she was, 10 or 11 when the first thing happened, so they've got to be 15 or 16.
Okay, so let's say when they're 5 or 6, Splinter finds this book.
Mm-hmm.
This ninjutsu book is what
Yeah.
it's called, The Art of Ninjutsu. And he learns it and masters it, and then teaches his 4 young turtles.
Before they age is also really weird. If you look at the shots, they're the same age when he finds the book as once they're practicing it and at like a master level.
Yeah, and then within 10 years, you have to imagine this one rat learned
Ninjutsu from a book.
ninjutsu
From a book.
and then taught his 4 toddlers, or I guess they're not toddlers, taught his 4 young children ninjutsu within 10 years, and now they can take on Shredder,
Yeah.
who's practiced his whole life.
Yeah, and his character is a lot older. Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Yeah,
because obviously if he raised the other doctor...
That's why I called it sort of like a Deus Ex Machina from the beginning of it.
Yeah.
It's like, I just didn't like it at all. So typically Deus Ex Machina is when, like, everything's bad for the heroes, then one guy comes in and he's like, oh, hey, yeah, by the way, I'm Superman. And then, like, kills everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, where were you for the last 45 minutes while we were in this predicament? whereas it just seemed like a cheap way to make them learn.
Yeah.
You'd be like, imagine them having the meeting, like with the script, and be like, "Oh, hey, let's have him just find this book."
Yeah.
And he reads somehow.
Yeah. Where did he learn to read?
I don't know.
He learned to read. He learned. And he literally, like, he picked up the book, and before they aged, he was a master, and before they aged, they were masters. Like, even Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja wasn't this good.
Well, he did say they picked it up rather quickly.
Either way, they picked it up in, like, a few years, maybe?
Yeah.
And became masters in a few years, learning it from someone who learned it in a few years at a master level from a book. He didn't have somebody correcting his form or anything.
And it's these 4 teenagers that have only lived in the sewers can work their way around a city.
Yeah. There's just...
Okay, honestly, we're trying to pick apart a movie where there's Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Well, obviously there's some fantasy type elements, right? But if they're gonna humanize them, humanize them a little. I mean, that's why the ones in the old ones, I know obviously, because they were humans in suits, they had limitations. Right? And I mean...
But they're actually doing Kung Fu.
Yeah, they were actually doing, like, actual martial arts. I really wanted Casey Jones to be in here.
Go on.
I just really wanted to be in here, but... Yeah, no, like, the old one, they were actually doing martial arts, and they had limitations. And it's just here, they had apparently, like, fleeting strength that they could hold up a giant tower. Just the 4 of them could hold up a tower. They could fall, 80 stories and land... They were on their feet. They landed on their feet 80 stories.
Okay, no.
They did hit something first, right?
They hit a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Okay, so what he's talking about is they're all in a tower. It looks as if, though, they're in, like, a roller coaster ride. Or not a roller coaster, but, like...
How was Megan Fox okay?
She was in the inside.
I still don't get how tumbling like that wouldn't have knocked her around or hurt her or killed her.
Well, she probably has brain damage. So, with, you saw how she looked at the end.
movie.
So,
Just kidding, Megan Fox, I love you.
No, don't.
No, I don't.
You said she was the worst thing
She's
I ever had.
visually attractive.
Not this again. So, before... You're gross. With, so they were tumbling off these buildings.
Yeah.
Onto one another. Then they hit the ground.
How did she hold on?
She was on the inside.
I still don't get how she wasn't...
It's
holes!
It's a tower, right? She's essentially holding on for dear life, flipping conveniently. The movie-wise, it lands where she doesn't have to land upside down or anything.
On her side.
Right? And then
and
then for the final land, all the 4 turtles land on their feet.
Holding up the tower.
Holding up the tower, and she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
With brain damage.
Before the movie.
Okay, you had a point?
Alright, so when I was talking about how they tried... Like, Raph obviously has always had a problem with Leo. He's always not liked how things were done, right? There's literally one scene where we get fights with Leo coming back, and then literally he has the biggest attempt at a sap story or a sap moment at the end, and just is just a bawling baby. And it's like...
I like that speech.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't Raph.
Well, maybe Raph becomes Raph throughout the series. Yeah, like I said before, they're in the sewers, but of course they haven't lived, right? They haven't lived above the sewers. And like you said, if you lived with... Assuming you had 3 other brothers, if you lived with 3 other brothers for the last 15 years in sewers eating pizza...
I like pizza.
Learning Kung Fu, ninjutsu within...
From a book.
Within 2 years.
From an elderly rat in 2 years. Yeah, go on.
That they would be at each other's throats.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that make them closer? Understanding they're teenagers. Well,
hormones. We were once
they're
teenagers.
turtles.
Yeah.
They have no chance.
No, they don't.
There's no female mutant ninja turtles, are there?
There's actually one in...
There's just one?
There's one.
Oh, geez.
She also wore blue.
That poor girl. So...
Like Leo.
Let's leave that up to the imagination.
But she wore a blue one. But yeah, there was a female turtle.
Just one female turtle.
I mean, there's might be others in like other places because they run into random other things that have also like in other places and other universes and like other newer comics and cartoons and all that stuff. That all of them look like to have been oozed. They're like other animals that are giant, living, buff, able to fight foot and shredders creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the origin story.
Yeah.
was essentially it's really tied close together. April saves them when they're in a lab. April saves them when the lab starts on fire.
Yeah.
Did you like that at all?
Why was the dad just willing to just kill them, though? I know, obviously, he didn't want what's his name to get his hands on them, right?
Well, this is how I'm going to assume it. No one's perfect, of course, but we're going to assume the father set fire to the laboratory and
Mr.
O'Neill was going to try to save the turtles, but got gunned down.
Yeah, because what was the main villain's name even?
William Fincher. That's the actor.
Yeah.
William Fincher?
Why is it the movie was just so uneventful and the characters were just
was
so
it like
detached?
Sacks.
This is how unattached you are to the characters.
Yeah,
there is no attachment to them. Megan Fox has the most attachment, and I think she was not the worst. April O'Neil is. That's how I say that's she, and she's the most attachable character human-wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of unforgettable.
It's forgettable.
Yeah, sorry. It's kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
I was thinking Megan Fox. Sorry, it's kind of forgettable. And I just, like I said, it's not a must see.
No.
It's
a see if it's maybe on TV or on Netflix.
Yeah, it'll probably be on Netflix
At some point.
with Paramount, Nickelodeon's deals and stuff. Yeah.
We didn't talk about in the other trailer the previews.
Yes, we did.
We didn't talk about SpongeBob or any of the previews.
Not yet. We did it in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay.
But why would we do it in the spoiler?
We're not there yet. We do it all the time in spoilers. All 100% of the time so far. So I hope I guess we're done now.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed
Apparently
it.
I was really irked.
Yeah, you're really upset. Do you want to change your score? Your spoiler
I might
score?
want to change it to like a 4.5 or a 5.
Spoiler score is 4 out of 10 for Mason. Still 6 out of 10 for me.
That's a big score for that movie.
6 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't have as much irks.
No, you didn't.
Just the plot. Oh, wait, real quick, the plot. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we say the scores after to make it seem like we're actually ending it.
So, yes. Plot. I didn't like how, like I mentioned in the spoiler-free version, how they're all talking, right? 3 turtles get captured.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we need your blood. Okay, no. We're going to go before.
So you were irked by a bit.
The plot. I said the plot.
Many points of the plot, though.
There's one plot. There wasn't any subplots.
But points of the plots, there were multiple points that sucked.
I didn't say a certain point of the plot. I said the plot is bad. So,
Just the whole overarching plot.
really, it is. So, like the whole point of the movie with
unnecessary
with the origins. Okay, speeding with the origins. So Sax is telling Megan Fox, April O'Neil, he's like, yeah, we're making a cure, an antidote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what for what?
Yeah, that was
like, how did he con Mr. O'Neill, this nice scientist man? Like, hey, let's start working on an antidote together.
And he's like, okay,
Let's do it.
And there's no thing
It was all based off of an ancient something with pseudo Japan.
A Japan like ancient like myth story like
yeah, where some warlord poisoned a river and then sent the place into chaos, and then some guy came up with a cure.
And all of a sudden Sax is like, oh my goodness, we need a cure now.
We need a cure for nothing.
And then all of a sudden, he coincidentally also has, just at the end, once they're explaining that he's making the cure and how he's making it, they coincidentally immediately have the disease.
Yeah, and like it wasn't shown at all if they even obtained the disease through this myth.
He just had a bucket of it.
Yeah,
well, I guess a canister.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we're going to disperse it throughout New York. I'm like, why? How did O'Neill fall for it? To get this far to build a curse.
Yeah, why was he like, hey, here's a toxin you made, let us make an antidote for it now. I'm the good guy.
Like, imagine if I came to, like, Congress or to the science committee and be like, okay, this is a suit to protect us from dragons. And they're like, well, why do we need this, sir? Just trust me. And then
all of a sudden you produce a dragon.
And then I make a dragon and I'm like, haha, it was my plan from the beginning.
But yes. And it's like, how would this have helped them, the Foot rule New York? Is like, he would have done that and then would have cured them, gotten a lot of money, and then for some reason the Foot would be the new police? What,
Yeah,
is he going to become Congress? What, was he going to get voted in? Was New York for some reason going to be able to overpower the U.S. Army?
I don't understand, like,
And I'm pointing out the window.
yeah, New York Army. So
We don't live in New York.
with close. So with
Close. Eh?
they would have been able to. I'm sure they would have been able to figure out where the curse came from.
Yeah.
We call it a curse. The disease came from. Like, there's this giant thing emitting the curse out on top of Sachs's building.
His own building. They would have been like, that is suspicious.
They'd be like, hey, what's that? Oh, why are all these people dying? Hey, Sachs, you have a cure? Let's do it, man.
And the thing is, it's so immediate. Like, did you see when they killed that one random... I don't even want to call them the Foot. That one random SWAT guy? It literally killed him within, like, 2 seconds.
Well, it was a direct dose, though.
Yeah. It still irked me.
Okay.
Why he creates his own curse and creates his own cure, then he has to distribute it, then he's going to cure it, then he's going to be like, hey, I need money to cure you guys, and then it's like, yes, now I want to give the Foot, the people who have been all over the news as the bad guys, robbing you, harming people, I'm going to make them the new police force.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Army and the
United Nations.
The United Nations, the government is going to be like, okay, give it to this terrorist group.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's exactly what we want to do. Because I don't think he was trying to save face at all.
Then why would he have created the antidote right after?
They said, because he explained, the government would give him a blank check, and he'd be stupid rich. Because then he has...
Where would he spend the money? He lives in New York.
Stupid
Yeah.
rich.
Okay.
Okay, another thing.
Like
so
before the movie.
So Sachs gets told by April, like, hey, these ninjas...
These turtles
these
that you
turtles,
experimented on.
15 years ago, they're still alive and they're fine and dandy. Here's a picture. And he's like, oh, remember that plan I had 15 years ago, Shredder? Huh? Back in action right now. It's going to be implemented tonight. Like, you don't do that. Like, talk about either you're really super organized to completely pick up this giant, like, essentially world-dominating plan.
Yeah, just in a minute of a day? A matter of a day or two?
Within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, they captured the turtles. I'm going to assume 24 hours because there was no nighttime. Within 24 hours, they captured the turtles, beat up Splinter, found their home.
Why didn't they take Splinter? He has the ooze in him too.
I don't know.
They needed every drop. Why didn't they take every drop that was administered?
So they took 3 turtles. They're not smart, the Foot Clan. We're gonna.
And apparently neither is Sax.
Yeah.
Or Shredder.
Well, Sax
it's
was
just
there.
all just a stupid group.
Yeah, like, it's just so dumb. So within 24 hours...
You almost sound like you have to change your score.
Within 24 hours, they implemented this plan, and it's like, oh, hey, in 5 minutes...
And they had it all set up. How did
Yeah.
he have the tower and everything set up that quick?
Like, unless he had it for 15 years, but, like...
Because there's no way that
He-
Raph was out cold for more than 24 hours, because Megan O'Neill...
Because he said he
She
gave
just
up
wa-
on the plan, right?
Yeah.
He's like, it wasn't until you came in here today that I believe my plan is back in action.
Yeah, and he just picks it up, like, literally in the time it takes Raphael to wake up after Megan Fox, literally... April O'Neil, I'm sorry. April O'Neil walks from one room to another, Raphael's awake, they go. Mm-hmm. Not even 24 hours. They go, they get them, they descend down a mountain. They fight
Which is
them.
cool.
The whole movie is set pretty much from the point of the first Shredder incident under 24 hours. Mm-hmm. He literally gets, from when she tells him... Mm-hmm. So under 24 hours, he gets everything set up.
Yeah.
The tower, the chemical, the computers for the chemical. He updates the programs to his new computers and everything. He installs them on all the new computers.
Yeah, and he would have gotten away with it
If it hadn't been for the dog.
and the meddling April O'Megans. So, okay, really quick.
You
So-
might need to change your score.
No,
Because we
it's-
literally picked apart the entire movie. How do you have still
it's
have
fine.
a 6?
6 out of 10.
It shouldn't be.
It's above average. I've seen worse. Burlesque. So, more serious though. Don't.
That's
With so were all the Foot and everyone else like immune? Because where that canister was, Shredder was his canister. Shredder's right here. turning it on.
Sax was right here.
Yeah.
Was he just gonna waltz out? I didn't see him all of a sudden get enough rations for the chemical to just completely...
So, like...
Was he gonna just sit there and, like, use up the whole chemical, just immunizing himself and Shredder?
Yeah, like, from what I understood, the closer you are to it, the more deadly it is. Like that guy who died, who was used as an example, got directly into his lungs.
Yeah.
Shredder's right there. He breathes air.
He probably does. He's a human in a mech suit.
The mech suit doesn't have an oxygen supply. He's not Iron Man.
No.
Well, he is a man of iron. But,
possibly steel.
I really like Shredder's outfit, though. Like how he could shoot the blades and call him back. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. So, like...
That should have been in the non-spoiler.
Like, it wasn't explained how...
They would be okay.
Yeah.
And was he going to, like, replicate all this extra ooze so that they could stay healthy long enough? Because what happens if, like, Congress held out for a while?
Okay.
He would have had to be like, all right, well, we have to keep the chemical around for a bit.
He said 30 days New York would be quarantined.
Yeah.
So does that mean...
All of New York?
Yeah. All of
Where's he going? Is he like, I just happened to wall over to New Jersey today, and I'm feeling better.
Yeah, so, like, it is stupid.
And it's not like they weren't going to think something was going on with Sax, because obviously it comes out of his building. There was a lot of plot holes, a lot of holes, a lot of... It's better than TMNT 3. Do you know that much about that one?
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Back down to Japan.
So, that was it. TMNT 2014. We didn't like it.
No.
I enjoyed it a little more because I don't have any history of TMNT.
And I watched it.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and we're going to talk about previews now. Previews.
Oh, previews. Bye. Hi.
It'll be the same video.
Oh, well.
Welcome back.
My condolences.
Welcome back.
You have got nowhere.
Your condolences.
Someone's dead. This movie genre.
Oh. And okay, what were the previews?
Alright, so there was a movie from the makers of Paranorman and Coraline. It was about box trolls.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's just this cutesy little... It has the same sort of humor as Paranorman and Caroline. The same blocky type of animation.
Yeah, it's like...
It didn't wow me. There was one particularly funny scene. We both actually laughed out loud. We literally lulled. And I forgot it.
Did it involve any boxes and trolls?
No.
Oh,
when she was asking him to look her in the eyes and shake hands.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like... That part was so funny. I don't know why, but it just killed me.
We have a very literal sense of humor.
We do.
So we love that. Like, okay, look me in the eye, shake your hands. What are you doing? What?
There was there was also there's a new Nolan movie. Interstellar. That was there.
Didn't wow me.
And I thought for this being the next big, like, Nolan thing, I thought it would be, like, and a space set thing, I thought it would wow me visually. And it didn't do anything to wow me visually.
It might have the same thing as Inception. Inception's trailers didn't wow me. It was like, ooh, Christopher Nolan's doing Inception. Ooh, he did The Dark Knight, right? It was before Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, I can't wait for it. I'm like, why? Like, it looks boring. Like, I don't see anything about it. But it's really good.
Yeah, Inception was amazing.
It's really good. So maybe it'll be the same thing.
Yeah, maybe the trailer's just underwhelming. It doesn't wow. I don't think any of Nolan's things really wow you visually.
Nolan's?
Yeah.
Inception.
I mean, trailer-wise.
Oh, trailer, sorry. Yeah. No, I'd probably say Dark Knight Rises trailer was better than the movie.
At least 11 times better.
Yeah. Then one more. Dolphin Tale 2.
Two more.
What was the other one?
Bob of the Sponge Variety.
Oh,
he wears
we'll
a
get to that
tie
one.
in the Liquid Society.
We'll get that one after.
Okay.
Dolphin Tale. Speaking of Liquid Society.
Totally just...
I didn't know there was a first one.
I saw a trailer for it one time.
Dolphin Tale is about two dolphins.
One is an amputee dolphin.
What?
Did you not see its tail?
No.
Its tail, it had like
you can say how well I was paying attention.
No, you weren't.
Like I was
it had a prosthetic tail.
Two dolphins.
That's why it was like such a big story. It had a prosthetic tail.
For Morgan Freeman. He probably has no idea what movies he's in now.
He's just like, I'm just here to contribute my voice.
Did you see him in Lucy? He's like old Morgan Freeman, just sitting in a trailer. It probably was his
He didn't
trailer.
even get out of the trailer. He's like, I'm not getting out of here.
They just brought a camera
and they just filmed
to
him.
He's just sitting there looking at TV, so confused. He's like, like
Lines.
He's like, what
We
movie?
only use 10% of our brain.
Yeah, that's
Which is wrong.
I haven't seen the movie,
I haven't either.
but he looks so confused and senile
Yeah.
in that film, and I'm sure he has no idea what movies he's
And
in.
Dolphin's Tale 2. Alright, so it's a movie where this one dolphin, I don't know why they need another dolphin to save it. Apparently it's just depressed. So they need a
mate or something,
A mate.
or a friend.
So they find a baby. A baby female in the wild that's all alone. And they bring it back. And they're like, well now, why can't we just put it together? And it's like, well, there's a depressed amputee dolphin and a baby.
And that's the big plot. Like, what? That's all I seen. There's probably like some evil organization, Wildlife Foundation, Corella Deville. Corella, fine. Corella Deville trying to steal the baby
What'd you
dolphin.
say?
Koala.
Koala Deville. Koala Deville. If he doesn't eat bamboo, nobody will.
Watch
Koala.
out for the pee because it's HIV. Okay, so
Koala Deville.
with, okay, so it looks boring. Never gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Interstellar real quick.
Yeah.
What's that movie about?
Space.
Why?
Alright, so they're
This is what I gathered.
The-
There's some kind of like disease or something on Earth
And, makes Earth inhabitable,
That's
yeah.
destroying the Earth. So some farmer has to go and on another planet with Anne Hathaway to
Okay.
see if they can live on another planet.
Yeah. And they go to a bunch of random different planets. They're like, this one might support life. And literally it's just an ocean and their ship is like falling apart. And they're like, oh, this one might support life. It's literally just a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just standing on like a barren mountain. And I'm like, and then they're like, this one. And it's like, and then there's a scene where it's like, how are we going to get out of here? It's like, we always have. It's like, what? All you've looked at is non-habitable planets and said this one might be habitable.
Maybe they're not good at that job.
He's a farmer. He's like, if I can grow wheat here, it's habitable. It's like, it's an ocean, you can't grow wheat here. There must be sand at the bottom.
Why did we land? So, okay, SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, I actually laughed at the trailer.
Ugh.
I know you hate
The only
SpongeBob.
part- yeah,
Patrick.
Hate SpongeBob.
Patrick is so
with
funny.
a
Just
passion.
I love stupid literal
Yeah,
humor
the
for
stupid
some reason.
thing is my wife is gonna go see that.
And she's gonna drag you?
She'll have to because I don't want to go see the movie.
You'll just be on a chain, just like, "Argh."
Hopefully around my neck. So,
She'll hang him before the movie starts.
okay. So I don't like this thing that movies, the animated television shows always do with their movies is they change the style.
Of animation, yeah. It was full CG. It wasn't even the cartoon style.
There's
even the
some-
movie when they're on the part where they're on the ground looks like different animation than the newest episodes of SpongeBob.
Yeah. One.
Not that I regularly watch. Not that I don't.
Shut up. With like they did it with the Simpsons movie.
Yeah,
Different animation style.
completely.
They didn't do it with South Park
No.
because money, I'm sure, and they're lazy.
Well, and they already adopted such like a unique style that it's just.
Well, Simpsons is unique. They're yellow with 4 fingers.
You know what I mean?
They just changed it, right? And that's what a lot of them do. Like,
Yeah.
you're hard pressed to find a movie an animated film.
That comes
Or-
from a TV series originally.
Yeah, that's different. Like, or that's the same as the style.
Like the first SpongeBob, the one they kept it. The first SpongeBob movie, they actually kept like the animation style traditional to the show.
Okay.
This is the second one.
Yeah, because first one had David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, and this one has Slash in a random scene, like panhandling. Then there was another celebrity that I don't remember.
I swear, okay, those
Oh,
two.
who's the villain? Is that Antonio Banderas?
Yeah, it was.
I was like, is that Puss in Boots?
I was like, is this a new Pirates of the Caribbean?
I thought I was gonna be like, are they making a Sid Meier's Pirates? I looked at them and I was like, is that what this is? Because he looks like the pirate on the cover. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh
He
my.
just looks like a traditional pirate.
But he looks like the pirate on the cover though.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, why would you make Sid Meier's Pirates into a movie? It wasn't like the greatest game ever even.
Mm-hmm. Out of all games. So,
Why not make an Assassin's Creed one starring
They
Michael
are.
Fassbender?
they are.
I
You're
saw my
welcome.
rest, thank you.
You're welcome. I did that.
You did.
So,
Not like I didn't guess it but by saying Michael Fassbender.
no, I just did it right now. Like,
That was impressive.
yeah, watch out for my next one. Well, you'll have to watch that and stay tuned. So, this was Landon.
And Mason.
With FRP. We didn't like TMNT. I didn't.
We didn't
enjoy-
even like most of the previews.
We didn't enjoy the previews.
We laughed at the box troll thing more than the movie.
We laughed at this. That's what we laughed.
More than the movie.
Okay, we'll see you later then.
Bye.
This has been disappointing for all of us.
They look like Walter Matthau.
Oh, you're covered with the shit.
Yeah, I'll bring the light.
Our high tech. You know, look here. Look here. Yeah. A high tech video. Oh, it's blurry. You're too blurry for me.
Sorry. My face. I'm out of focus.